Today, we're exploring the profound knowledge shared by Alex Collier, the esteemed Andromedan contactee. His experiences and messages from the Andromedans are fascinating and crucial for understanding our place in the universe. We'll be providing you with insights that are sure to elevate your cosmic consciousness. Throughout this video, remember that your engagement helps spread this vital information far and wide. Each like, subscribe, and notification bell you click brings Alex Collier's invaluable knowledge and the wisdom of the Andromedans to more curious minds across the globe. Also, remember that we host a live webinar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to visit the link in the description for more information. But for now, here's today's video.
Hi Alex, in a recent webinar you mentioned that the benevolents teach us while we are sleeping and dreaming. Could you please speak to this a bit more? Who are those that teach us and what are they teaching us? I have had such dreams a few times, but I do not remember what they were or the topics and who was teaching us.
Sure.
I was among many in the room. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Judas. That's a great question.
I'm back.
Okay. I myself have had those off and on. You know, it always seems like it's a classroom setting or some type of an auditorium, and there's always a lot of people, many people we recognize in the dream, but then we can't remember when we wake up from the dream. They're always in color, which means that you are in fact traveling. And essentially what we're being taught are usually survival tactics, ways to handle specific situations that appear to be predetermined events that are going to occur that affect everybody in that room or auditorium. The people teaching it sometimes look like us and sometimes they don't, but we always on some level recognize them and we know it in the dream. They typically are 4th or 5th density beings. In the dream state, more than likely they're 4th, but there have been 5th. And you will know the 5th because they will have a shimmy, a glow off their physical body when they speak, and that's because they're from another dimension, so they're wearing a biosuit. And when we see them, you will see the shimmy a little bit as they move. You'll see the shimmy, and that's their biosuit. Because the resonance between 4th and 5th is very different, especially if they're on the higher scale of 5. And our physical bodies, because of all the transitions we're already going through, our physical bodies can already step into lower 4th density. We're pretty much already there. Many of us are already there. We just don't realize it. There are times where there will be something individual. You will find yourself amongst a group of people, and then all of a sudden you will find yourself isolated with someone who appears to be a more knowledgeable or an officer or a teacher type of mentor frequency energy that will just, you will find yourself all of a sudden pulled to the side and they're telling you something individually that is very, very specific to you. I have had conversations with many people who have had those experiences, and at least 70% of them come back to me and say, you know who that person was? That was me in the future. I absolutely know for a fact now that that was me in the future. So Um, I know a person who had a contact, and as the person walked away, this starship officer, she turned around and she looked back at this individual, and it was her. It was her face now. It was her face now as she was getting on board her starship to leave. Okay? So the woman was her in the future. She just came back to remind her of who she was. This has always been about us. Always been about us. And we cannot lose sight of that. This is about humanity. We are on a mission here to take this race, of which we find ourselves physically a part of, genetically invested into another level of frequency, another domain of frequency. That's the mission.
Distinguished in the law of one between density and dimension. Density was a frequency connected to dominant chakra expression, and dimension was more of a holographic construct. How would you and the age describe each concept and distinguish between them?
Well, that's a very interesting question. First, let me say Miss Ruckert left us way too early. Way too early. According to the A's, their perception of density is a band of frequencies, which we would call a physical dimension. In their interpretation of those words, it means the same thing, dimension or density. That's just how they've always explained it to me. They've never said, well, the density was a chakra frequency. That ever have they said that? That might be how Miss Ruckert interpreted it, or I don't know. God rest her soul. But as far as the A's are concerned, which is why I talk the way I talk, is that when I refer to a density, I'm talking about a band of frequencies. For third density, it's 72. For fourth density, it's 140, 141 or 143. For fifth density, it's 223, and then it goes up exponentially from there. Those are bands of frequencies or a density of physicality. So I think we're just mincing words, but we're all actually mostly talking about the same thing.
As we come to the end of today's cosmic journey, we hope you're leaving with a mind full of wonder and curiosity. If you've enjoyed this video and believe in the importance of sharing Alex Collier's messages, please show your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell icon. This simple act goes a long way in ensuring that this knowledge reaches others searching for these cosmic truths. Also, remember to leave your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. We do read all the comments. Until next time, keep looking up and questioning the universe. Stay curious, fellow cosmic explorers. If you would like to see Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live webinar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.